Hey, what's going on, friends? My name's Narwhal, and I'm here with Cry Guy.
That's me. I cried in the car this morning.
Okay, how come?
So I don't really have a big reason for it. I'm going to go ahead and blame, first of all, the day we're recording this is the Monday after the Super Bowl. So it's usually kind of a somber day, you know? If you're a sports fan, it's one of those days that you kind of need off. It's like a day of recovery. You're sad.
Oh, I'm so sorry for making you record today, dude. I had no idea of the traumatic experience that you had.
I know. It's tough. Basically, what I'm saying is there's a lot of emotions are running high. Football's over. I'm kind of in like a place of like, I don't know what to watch on TV. There's like a little bit of NBA. Baseball's not here yet, you know. Anyways, a little bit of depression there. Then I'm driving in the car and just Coldplay comes on. And it started off with Clocks, which is, you know, that's kind of a sad song. I was getting a little like Peter Pan vibes because they play that song I have like a weird memory of Peter Pan, like the intro to Peter Pan.
Die?
No, but I don't remember if Peter Pan dies. But there was a scene where or maybe it was like the preview of the show of the movie and they're like playing clocks. I don't know why, but somewhere it was like Peter Pan vibes. And I was like, damn, Peter Pan vibes, kind of sad for some reason. Then The Scientist came on, and that song, if you know the lyrics to that song will just make you cry anyways.
What's it about?
I
don't even remember.
I don't really know, but there's the word, the song, it's like, nobody said it was easy. Okay. And when I heard that, I was like, you're right, it's not easy. And I started crying.
Okay, but like,
and I was sitting there realizing I'm crying to Coldplay for no reason.
But what's not easy?
Just life, man.
But is it like being a scientist? I don't understand the correlation between scientists and it's not.
Listen,
it's definitely not easy to become a scientist.
Listen, if you listen to the lyrics of the song, maybe you can figure it out. I heard that line and I was like, fuck. And it got me and I just started crying. So sue me. I cried to Coldplay. All right. Jim Valvano said if you a complete day is like laughing, crying, and like telling someone you love them. So I'm already a quarter of the way there.
People cry every day?
I don't know, that's what he said.
Who's Jim Valvano?
Jimmy V. He was a coach for NC State.
Not Dickie V?
No, the Jimmy V Foundation. He died of cancer. It's like,
isn't there a Dickie V thing?
Well, Dickie V is a person.
Doesn't he have his own foundation?
No, you're thinking of Jimmy V.
Dickie V is going to have a foundation, though.
He probably has a foundation, but Jimmy V is
that's going to be a confusing.
Very famous for
Jimmy
cancer.
V Basketball Foundation, Dickie V Basketball Guy Foundation.
Right, but Jimmy V is like different.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with my boy Jimmy.
Clearly, you're not.
No, I know of Jimmy V. I just had to make sure we're on the same page of the Jimmy and Dickie.
Yeah. Jimmy Dickie. Both V's.
Whoa, Dickie V. Maybe Lil Dicky when he's older can get into basketball commentary and be Lil Dicky V.
Could be. Oh. Probably not. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, but then you said one of our listeners messaged you.
Yeah.
And he said that
he had done the same thing.
Today.
I don't know if it was today. I could check.
That would be
it was within recent. I think it was this morning. So yeah. It's a plague going around the world.
So
we're crying,
guys.
All right?
Listen to is it The Scientist?
The Scientist.
The Scientist by Coldplay.
Great song.
And then just cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody said it was easy.
No, I mean I don't think for me that doing that might not be easy.
No, crying?
Yeah, crying listening to The Scientist might be a difficult task, but I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say go out of your way to try to cry. Like I wasn't trying to cry, you know. It just kind of happened.
No, but I think the message is like, you know, John, Kyle didn't tell you crying to Coldplay was going to be easy, but that doesn't mean you just give up.
It's true.
It means you power through.
Have you listened to that song before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar.
Okay.
I'm not like an active Coldplay fan, but I know.
Yeah.
I know like their top 5 songs.
Okay.
Like I can hear a song and be like, that's that one Coldplay song.
Yeah.
They just have a sound where I'm like, they're all depressed.
It's Chris Martin. Yeah, dude. That guy his voice just makes me want to cry.
Do they have happy songs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they do have some really sad songs. Like the song, I think Yellow might be about there's some disease where you like your skin turns yellow. No.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you feel better?
Yeah, that's the thing about like when you get a good cry out, you feel better afterwards.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've really grown as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about if you cried not from Coldplay?
Depends what I
if
cried
you just
from.
cried,
Just because I cried. Because then
you-
it's like I have a
you
reason.
took your pizza out of the oven, shim bumped you, and it just flipped face down onto the ground.
I'd have to be having a real bad day, and that would have to be the cherry on top for me to cry. Like that alone would make me cry. I'd be really bummed. I'd be sad. Like a ceremonial tear might shed out of my eye, but
Okay. What if the Mariners were in the World Series? You dropped your pizza on the ground, and then you walked back over to the TV, and your TV exploded. And then you're like, all right, I'll stream it on my laptop, and then your laptop exploded. While they were playing in the World Series.
If that all happens to me, I could probably cry. Yeah.
Okay.
That's, I mean,
Just got to get like a
be
scenario
sobbing.
down. Kyle, so a couple of weeks ago, one of our buddies, H, who's been on the show, he sent us a male archetype
right.
diagram thing, and
To
I have
figure
never
out the which male are you kind of deal, right?
Yeah, so well, first of all, like I have the archetypes here, but then also there's actually a quiz called the masculine archetypes test.
Oh yeah, we can see how manly we are.
Yeah, so I don't know like how similar these are, but first I wanted to go through these 5 types and see which one we think we are, and then take this quiz.
Okay.
So, it says the 5 male archetypes, the social and sexual hierarchy.
Okay.
Social status is strongly correlated with sexual success in the totally unfair winner-take-all sexual market. Do you feel like you are one of
Am I a
those
winner-take-all?
winner-take-all?
I kind of feel like I'm not. I'll be honest.
Okay, so there's alpha, sigma, beta, gamma, and omega. Now, I don't know if these are like best to worst.
Well, yeah, I don't know actually, because beta I think is like to me is bottom of the barrel, but I don't know.
But then we got gamma and omega.
So like,
And omega sounds like a Greek god or no, but when I think of omega, I think of like a dinosaur, like a alien form.
dinosaur.
No, isn't like omega like the?
I don't
Isn't
know.
omega like a term for like alien births?
Omega?
Yeah, like the omega, and it's like some alien lizard thing.
I don't research like aliens.
I just thought that this was like a common term in movies and stuff. Like
Omega?
like the omega.
That's true.
You know?
maybe you're thinking of not the Armageddon. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Oh, it's kind of rhymes with Omega.
Okay.
Armageddon, Omega.
Yeah. I think Armageddon was like a term.
It was like the
in
end of the
war.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
if
was
you're
like-
getting like bombed.
Oh, I thought Armageddon was like the end of the world.
Wow, we are away. I have no clue.
It is Monday.
Okay. So, alpha, the self-assured leader of men whose swagger and aloofness makes him very successful with women.
What's aloofness mean?
Yeah, I think we need to define this.
That aloof was totally a vocab word at one point in my life.
Oh yeah.
And I have no idea what it is.
Aloof. I always thought aloof was like kind of cluelessness.
Yeah,
like
or
you're
like
just like aloof. You're
just not
you're
paying
just
any
floating
attention
through.
to it. Yeah.
The quality or state of being aloof or emotionally distant. See,
Emotionally distant. Okay, so they don't
No, but that's not. Wait,
they don't give a fuck about your emotions.
it kind of cut off the thing. Okay,
State
or
of-
yeah, emotionally distant. Her aloofness did not endear her to the rest of the company. Oh, so if you're kind of just like cold or like don't connect with people in
Yeah.
that same way that they want.
yeah. So it's someone that like doesn't care about your emotions and they just
I don't think it's necessarily that they don't care. It's more that they're like not connected in the same way that like everyone else is. I'm trying to think of like a
Okay.
person who's like aloof.
I don't know. Do you feel emotionally connected?
Yeah, I think I'm emotionally connected to people, but like I don't think they mean like a person who just like is emotionally the worst.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, it's okay to be an alpha and you can probably be a good person.
okay, here, aloof. Aloof itself means removed or distant either physically or emotionally. So just someone who's a little distant. What I don't understand though is like
I don't either.
that's the alpha. So like that's the
You'd think they would be involved, you know?
yeah, but that's we kind of talked about how women seem to be attracted to sometimes just like the worst guys.
That's the example of this. It seems like the example of someone that's like very much a womanizer, but sucks.
Yeah, so he's self-assured, he's a leader, he has swagger, but he's just disconnected emotionally and physically.
Okay. No emotions in this man.
Sigma, the lone wolf antithesis of the alpha, defies placement in the social hierarchy and yet is successful with women.
So is this like the the person that's super out there, but it works for them.
Maybe the lone wolf antithesis of the alpha. So it's like totally like opposite of the alpha.
Yeah.
And he like does his own thing, defies placement in the social hierarchy, and yet is successful.
So it's like someone that's just a complete outcast from society, but they're like weirdly hot. You know?
Yeah,
it's like it's the guy that wears sweats and like has this like long matted hair, but like it works for him. You know?
Well, I don't know, because in this photo he's wearing a suit.
Oh,
and he's got like Jimmy Neutron hair. So
okay, then I don't know. This list is confusing me.
Let's see. Define sigma male. Maybe we can get like a definition on Google.
It's gonna be some like frat thing pops up.
Okay, a sigma male is a man within the socio-sexual hierarchy who chooses to live his life outside the normal social dominance hierarchy structures of society. So maybe it's like a van lifer.
Yeah,
that's kind of
what I
who's
mean.
also just pulls hella hard.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like people that live in vans, like you can kind of pull, or like let's say people that live on a boat. There's people that live on yachts, just like that are tied up on a dock. Those people are sigmas.
Yeah, they're like van lifers, but rich.
Yeah, they're like,
and, like
richer
hot.
van. Yeah, and they're just always in the water and just always have like
Yeah.
women on their boat.
The archetypal sigma male is defined above all else by his tendency to forsake the traditional social dominance hierarchies of modern society. Okay. Now, beta.
Okay.
Whenever someone calls someone a beta, it's not
good.
Not a positive statement. The worker bees of society. Women will tolerate them if they have ample resources. Otherwise, they're discarded.
Damn. So it's like you better like provide something for me, probably financially is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Or you're getting kicked to the curb.
I feel like a lot of people are betas.
Yeah.
Like I hate to say it.
Yeah.
And like I don't think anyone would openly say I'm a beta, but a lot of people are betas by this metric. Damn,
so far, do you think you fall into any of these categories?
I don't really want to. They all sound kind of bad.
No, yeah, no. I mean, that also might be the point.
Yeah.
There's bad qualities to every person, you know?
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Like, what's your worst quality?
Probably like my temperament.
Temperament?
Yeah, that's the.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I just like
you have a
can
boring
just
temperament?
rage. No, I can just like, I just want to like.
But just because you can get angry doesn't. That's your worst thing? Is
I don't know.
You can get angry.
What's worse? I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I'm like generally
are you a
fun to
runner?
be around. What?
Are you a runner? Maybe
A runner?
like you run from.
Oh, do I
commitment
run
or-
from? I don't
or
think
like-
I run from my problems. I think I face my problems. I think I don't know. I don't want to be a beta though, and they're worker bees, and I feel like I'm kind of a worker bee sometimes.
But just because you're a worker bee doesn't mean you're a beta.
Okay,
You know?
that's good. Gamma. All right.
Okay.
Also, I just have to say this screenshot of this thing. It's like a nice looking thing, but like it's really the further down the list, it gets really, really blurry. And I've Googled absolutely everything to find this list non-blurry.
And it's always blurry?
Everywhere I go, it's blurry.
Maybe that's meant to be on purpose.
That's what I've thought.
psychology.
Maybe they're thinking like the further down this list you go, the worse eyesight you have.
What?
It wouldn't really
How
make
does that make sense?
I don't know. Gammas are bitter. Dude, I can't read it. Gammas are bitter
Let me try.
or fuck, dude.
Wow. Gammas are bitter or clueless about women. Often they cannot grasp red pill concepts and check out of the mating game.
What's red pill concepts?
Maybe it's just like the obvious things. Like you just don't understand like maybe you don't understand their emotions. It just seems like you have absolutely nothing. You don't know anything about women.
You just don't get women
at all. Yeah.
and I think there's like a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
It took me like I don't by no means am I like some smooth talker with women,
No.
but I feel like I've grown a lot in like being able to know how to talk to a woman.
Yeah, I think that's just growing up. That's probably someone that has grew up not talking to women, just not around
they
women
just never
at all,
got there.
and just didn't ever get there.
Yeah. At what age do you feel like you actually kind of made the trend or like got over the hump where you realized like I can actually talk to an attractive person, attractive girl, and not be weird?
It's
took me a
hard.
while.
It's hard to like define that because and I think it all kind of comes to being like comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
So probably like I don't know, the last few years, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I'm talking to people all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay. I wanted to Google it to get some clarification. Gamma males love having fun, but don't shrug off their responsibilities at the same time. They're definitely adventurous and fun-loving and tend to get very restless if they're left idle for too long. It is possible an alpha male might mature into a gamma male because gamma males are a more refined version of them. What?
Wait, what? An alpha male might turn into a gamma?
Yeah, because it's making gamma sound like they're better.
I do not understand this list.
All right, I'm going to go to Urban Dictionary because clearly that's the best definition.
Yeah.
A person who rejects status and authority, believing that thinking for oneself is possible and desirable, and valuing freedom most.
That's gamma?
That didn't make any sense to what we just read.
I thought that was sigma. Dude, what is this list?
All right, well, let's just go to the last one here.
All right.
Omega, the hopeless. Omegas are correlated with violent outbursts like shooting sprees because of their total rejection by women.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Never mind.
So a rare...
So the Omegas in the movies you're talking about are probably the shooters.
The aliens.
The aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
They probably have no words with women. So.
Yeah. Okay, now, since clearly that didn't help us a whole lot, I wanted to take this test with you.
Okay, good.
And
hopefully we can figure out what we are.
All right, guys, today we have a masculine archetypes test on idrlabs.com, so if you guys want to try it out. I have no idea how
it's got to be super accurate.
Yeah.
This is what we are.
Yeah, so, Kyle, there's 20 questions here. I feel that I have not been able or willing to please many of the women in my life.
Do you feel that's true? So the options are there's 2 thumbs down, 1 thumb down, thumb sideways, 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, so it's basically like you
Agree,
disagree or
super
neutral
agree.
or
Yeah.
Now, what do you feel? Do you feel that you have not been able to or willing to please many of the women in my life?
No, I don't feel that way. I feel like I don't know. Like I grew up with a bunch of women in my life, so.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like pleasing people. Like,
well, see, that's hard to. Yeah, okay, that's a good question. I don't know
when
how
I
do you
read
take
that,
these?
I immediately thought sexual.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
when we were talking about this archetypes thing, isn't a large part
it
of this
sexual?
like talking about sexual energy?
All right, then yeah, I would say I agree. I can please.
That you have not. No, but you've not been able
to.
to.
I would disagree then.
Full disagree.
Let's leave a little room just in case.
Okay. All right. Question 2. I genuinely enjoy life, and there are many things in my life that I am happy about.
Yeah, I agree.
Full agree?
See, it's hard because right now, in the middle of winter, I would say I can't fully agree with that because mental health is not quite where I want it to be.
You only slightly hate your life.
Yeah, right.
So like a slight thumbs up.
Yeah,
okay.
Just 1 thumb.
By the way, I forgot to give my thoughts on the previous one.
So what
I think the previous one I was about the same. On this one, I think I fully agree with this.
Okay.
I'm mostly
That's
usually
good.
always happy and like my life.
That's where you want to be. Maybe that'll send John over the top to alpha.
Number 3. Although I'm aware of my personal flaws, I am also well aware of my talents and capabilities in life.
Very much agree. I very much agree with that.
So you're aware of your talents and capabilities.
Yeah.
You're not someone who just like at your core you just feel like you're bad at everything. No one likes you.
No. I think I'm aware of when I'm good at something. And I'm also aware of when I'm not good at something.
Yeah. That's a good skill to have is to know when you're not good.
Yeah, and to know it and when you need to improve at something.
Yeah. There's people on both ends. There's some people who think they're good at everything. And those people are way more annoying than the people who think they're bad at everything. The people who are bad at everything, it's like just sad. I really just feel bad.
Yeah, no, I agree because
Like
there are people that are so like confident in being good at something and it's just like you just don't have it. But maybe they do. Maybe if they have that perseverance, then maybe they'll get it someday.
Yeah. Placebo or no, is that what it's called? Not placebo. No, there's like kind of
like when you take a sugar pill for depression.
Yeah, but it's like if you believe you're good at something enough, you might actually become good at it just because you believed you're good at it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's quite placebo effect, but you're in the right ballpark.
Okay.
Maybe there's like a pill you could take, like a placebo pill. That's like, if I take this pill, I'll be really good at football now. and then your skills develop because you
That'd be
think you're
kinda
good at
dope.
football now.
Yeah.
I'm all about placebo. If it works, it works.
Yeah. Okay. I have knowledge or skills that would be worth passing on to other people.
I would strongly agree with that because I think I have some knowledge, not necessarily about like knowledge like, here, let me just teach you about this.
Let me teach you how to find the lint trap in your dryer.
Yeah, well, we don't have to talk about that because anyways. Yeah, but I feel like I'm pretty versed in, at least as a young person, I feel like I'm well versed in terms of like understanding your own emotions and like being able to explain to someone or to teach someone like it's okay to have emotions as like a young man.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm pretty well versed in terms of that. So I think that's something I can pass on to people.
Okay. What are you feeling right now in this moment? What are your emotions?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling content. I'm feeling like ready for the next question.
Okay.
Wait, but what do you think?
Yeah.
Do you have knowledge you want to share to the world, or you think the world can hear from you?
I don't know about particular knowledge, but I think I have skills that I could teach people. Like I could teach people how to set up a podcast. I could teach people how to, quickly unwrap a frozen pizza from that plastic bag without getting the leftover cheese that fell off all over your counter.
Okay.
I have a whole method of like, you rip it open, you pull it out, and as you pull it out, you crumple the plastic thing into a ball and you catch all the shit. Some people don't know how to do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not going to go full agree, but I'll go with, because I think that like as you get older, I think like a 65-year-old person
there's a lot that
could
can teach
offer
someone.
more to the world than I can.
Of course.
I'm
not saying that I know everything about the world.
I have at least one talent or skill that I am proud of.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think everyone, well,
if you
not
don't,
everyone.
then that, I don't know.
I would hope that most people have one.
It's sad if you don't. Yeah. I mean,
okay. I do not tolerate demeaning behavior from others, but standing up for myself and ask them to respect my rights and needs without becoming rude, hateful, or arrogant. Wait, what?
So it's like you can stand up for yourself and what's right without being an asshole about it, or without like going over the top about it.
Yeah.
Or
It's just the wording sounded weird to me. I do not tolerate demeaning behavior from others, but stand up for myself and ask them to respect my rights and needs without becoming rude, hateful, or arrogant.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would agree with that. I wouldn't fully agree because I think there's times if I'm trying to stand up for myself or trying to stand up for what I believe in that I can be a little bit harsh about it. Mm-hmm. I think that's something I can work on.
When I'm standing up for someone demeaning me, I like to be rude.
No, I do too.
That's what's like bad is I love the feeling of making someone feel bad.
Well,
I do. Am I like
if
not
they
someone I like?
Bad. Yeah.
But like the best thing to do, even if someone deserves to feel bad, as like a human being, you shouldn't. Like, how am I trying to say this? I feel like the most pure, ideal way to handle something is even someone you hate, you treat them well.
Yeah, because then it's like, damn, they wanted to hate me, but I'm a good person.
Yeah,
they want to be more like
but
me
it's
now.
like, nah, it's not as doesn't feel.
It doesn't
good.
feel as good for you.
I love making someone feel bad if they deserve it.
Agreed.
Which is probably not a good. Wait, so what did you put?
So I would say agree. I wouldn't super agree because I can get over the top.
Okay, I'm going to say I'll say neutral.
Okay.
Okay. I see beauty in, quote, feminine things such as flowers, jewelry, and or fashion without being ashamed of it.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, it's not like I'm wearing jewelry and stuff like.
But I don't think either of us find any stuff in fashion or jewelry.
No, yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge that it's there and it's like.
But do you see beauty in it?
Yeah, I guess I don't really care. Like,
yeah,
I dressed up as a kid in like girl clothes because my sister was older than me. So does that count?
Well, I don't know. Is the question more of like, can you enjoy feminine things without being ashamed of it, or like, because like I can appreciate feminine things, but I don't necessarily. That doesn't mean I'm going to like feel or see beauty in something.
Yeah, like, I think you can recognize it's there. You can recognize that there's beauty there, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
So I feel I would agree with it. I wouldn't like super agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Are you?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I think that I have a lot of feminine traits.
Do you?
I do. I
Okay.
think I do. I think that
what's a feminine trait you have?
just in terms of the way that I like view like I don't know, like in cinema or art or music, like I think I really connect with like, and the it's important to understand the term feminine doesn't mean like girly.
Any woman. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that's the thing that like these super like mega masculine dudes who are like
The people that are complaining about Harry Styles wearing a dress.
yeah, like those, that's what I'm saying. Like that type of stuff, it's like it never threatens me or makes me feel weird, and
No.
I can like appreciate a very like, you know, emotional feminine thing or whatever.
Yeah. Or
And
like
it's
some dudes that wear like nail polish and stuff, and it like looks good for them, and I'm like, yeah, you're pulling it off. It looks good.
Yeah, and
I
like,
can recognize that.
maybe that's like a feminine thing, but I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fucking dope.
Yeah. So I'd agree with it.
Okay, I agree as well. I defend and protect those in need, including my friends, family, and partner.
I would agree.
He defend, he attack.
It's not like I'm physically. I mean, I would physically defend someone if I had to, but yeah, like I'm defensive of people that I care about. Yeah,
All right, someone breaks into your house like this. Let's say
like me and
when
Jordan.
you lived at
Like
home.
oh, okay.
You lived at home. Someone breaks in your house. What's your plan of attack? What are you
Well,
grabbing?
I always keep a baseball bat in my room.
Oh, do you
'Cause-
do that because of for that reason?
I mean, I have one anyway, so it's like a little decoration. But like, yeah, that's my weapon of choice.
That's
It is
better.
an already broken bat, so basically, like my plan would be hit him once, the bat fully breaks,
Then you
then
stab,
I stab
him with the
yeah,
sharp part.
Right, exactly.
Could
Then I
you
go
impale
go
someone
for the
with a
eyes.
broken baseball bat though?
If it's the angle's right, if it's sharp enough, you could.
Yeah. Okay. So you fully agree?
Yeah.
You defend and attack? Yeah, I would.
Wait, attack? Is that in there?
No, it's just I just threw that in there.
Yeah, I'd say it's more verbal and emotional. I would defend them.
Someone's breaking in. You're like, I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
This is very rude of you, sir. Please get out of my house. What would your mother think?
You know, man, this is a really shallow thing of you to be doing right now.
Can't believe you're doing this.
Okay. Many of the people in my life want to harm, exploit, or deceive me.
I disagree. At least I hope I disagree. Do you guys want to do that to me?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is like, you know, this is a question that I think can really help people realize like if they're on the right track.
Exactly.
Like if you're surrounded by people that at your core you really think don't have your best interest in mind
And don't
then,
make you a better person, then they're probably not for you.
yeah. There's been times in my life where I've not a lot, like not as much as some people I think, but there have been times where I like not even intentionally, but I like spend time around a certain person and then I just have this realization one day. I'm like, I don't even like hanging out with this person. Like I don't even like them. So why are they always like in my area, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean if you're with someone, you're like, why am I even here?
Then
Then they're probably not the right person to be hanging out with.
yeah.
And they're probably not good for you. But that is a good skill to be able to recognize whether or not someone is good for you.
Yeah.
Because if they're not good for you, even like in a relationship too, like
Yeah.
if they're not good for you, like don't be with them.
Yeah. There's been times where I had a friend. Well, the thing is like I guess this person is still a friend, but it's someone who like I realize that every time I hang out with them, there's never anything bad that happens, but I just leave the interaction not feeling particularly good. Like there's
Okay.
literally nothing that bad happens. I honestly just think it's like for whatever reasons our personality types, like no matter how bad we want to be friends,
It's just not gonna work.
we're just gonna be this like weird awkward dynamic that's not bad but it's not good either.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you ever had a friend like that, but
Yeah, I mean,
okay, yeah, so I would disagree. People don't really want to harm me. I feel like I feel like I've never made much of my talents in life. Never developed myself into the disciplines where I could have.
I'd say I would disagree because I think I'm finally doing that now.
Yeah.
But growing up, not really. I don't know. I mean,
So growing up, you felt like you related more to that than now. Is that what you're saying?
reread that one more time.
I feel like I've never made much of my talents in life. Never developed myself in the disciplines where I could have.
I don't know. Never mind. I like it's neutral. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like I've I mean, it's like, it's tough to say because it's like, by what metric? If it's talking,
Exactly.
that's what I'm like. I was talking to my parents the other day, and I was like, it's stressful because like you want to, like, I know what I want to do, but it's like, and in a lot of ways, I'm already quote unquote living my dream.
Right.
Like, by most standards, like I'm doing what I want to do, but there's just not the monetary aspect to show for it.
Right.
But in every other aspect, I'm literally doing my dream job.
Yeah. So if like the only thing that needs to be added to the equation is money.
Yeah. So I guess
agree.
my point is like I've tried my best to develop my talents. Like I've put in the effort.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to show for it quite yet.
It's also, we're 22 and you're
Yeah.
23, but like,
Yeah. So no, I think
sure.
I would disagree with that.
Yeah.
I have many legitimate complaints, but I do not do anything about them.
See, there's like dumb complaints, like my nut rant. That like I'm not gonna change anything about the nut situation. I'm not.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you could just buy like unsalted nuts. For those of you who don't know, nuts, they're always way too fucking salty, or just absolutely no salt at all. And there's no in between. Even the low sodium ones, not the right amount of salt. So then the people are like, whoa, why don't you do something about it? What am I supposed to do about it?
They want you to buy plain nuts, manually salt them.
Yeah, or mix them with a bag of other nuts, and then just make a big bowl of nuts that have like
half salty, half.
It's like, come on,
That's a lot of work for some nuts.
right? And so that's a big complaint for me. But am I gonna do anything about it? No.
Yeah.
So, but does that really count? Because it's just about nuts. Like,
Yeah, like if you have a legitimate complaint, you'll do something about it.
yeah, if I got something wrong in my life, I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah. Kyle, if he has an issue with his body,
I
he's
will
gonna fix it.
I will fix that shit.
He will go to the doctor ASAP. I have many legitimate complaints, but I don't do anything about them. Yeah, I would disagree. I'll say I slightly disagree because there's times when I'm like, oh, I want a 6-pack. Like, why can't I have a 6-pack?
Yeah,
But like, I'm not willing to go through that effort.
exactly. Like if you're gonna say like here's an issue, but I don't want to do anything about it, it shouldn't be an issue to you because you're not gonna do anything about
Exactly.
it. So it's
Yeah.
just don't even. That's not even an issue to do to you.
What's something that you really, really want to do or happen in your life, but you just know you probably will never have the willpower to like make it happen? For me, the 6-pack thing is
Probably
like,
that.
Like I would absolutely love to take my shirt off at the lake and I'm just absolutely
Just
washboard shredded. But I just know myself enough to know that I probably will never get there.
No, I don't. I can say I don't care enough about that to let it happen. Like, I'm good with, in terms of like my body, I'm good with being like good enough, Like I don't need to work any harder to be like spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I think doing a backflip, I would love to do a backflip, but I'm afraid now. After I hit my head on the dock, I don't know if I'll ever do it.
It's a fear you're not really.
It's a fear I can't
willing to
conquer.
face. Yeah. You know what's so interesting? I was talking to a girl about like, so we were talking about like guys that are like really buff, bodybuilder buff. And what's so interesting to me is that in my head as a guy, like if I could just snap my fingers, personally for me, if I could snap my fingers and be a bodybuilder size,
Like how big
I would
bodybuilder?
want that. I mean, not steroid jacked, but like a guy that's like big enough to get sponsored and like where he's like fucking ripped.
Jack dude on Instagram.
Yeah, your average Jack dude on Instagram.
Okay.
I would want that if I could just snap my fingers and have it. I'm not going to put in the work for that, but that is like a physique I would like.
Okay.
But what's so interesting is like she was saying, I mean, I've heard this before, but we were having a conversation about how like to a lot of girls, it like there comes a point where like it becomes less attractive.
Yeah.
So like, good shit, like being in good shape and like having a nice physique, it like is appealing to a certain point. But for guys, for me or some guys, that point keeps going up and up and up to where like I think that looks even cooler.
True.
But then some girls, it's like it becomes less appealing the bigger you get.
I kind of agree with that. Like I feel like people have, for at least from what I've heard or what I understand, is guys appreciate a guy that's way bigger way more than a girl appreciates a guy that's really big.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah. It's like, I want to look like that, but like, you don't want me to look like that? It's like, that's sexy. Like,
it's
that'd be
dope.
sweet. It'd be
but
good
it's
for all of
also
us.
kind of relieving because if you
It
know
is.
your significant other doesn't even want that or care for that, then you're like, okay, then I'm not gonna work that fucking hard to get there.
And I actually saw a TikTok the other day of this dude that it was like a chart of male bodies, and it was like which girls, which one do you like the most?
Yeah.
And it was like 1 through 7. Like 1 was like absolutely no build to their body, and then 2 and 3 was like kind of built a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like after that point, it was like dudes that have 6-packs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And none of the girls liked him in the comments. None of the girls liked the guys that were like bigger.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I was like, just the average looking dudes, or like guys that are kind of have dad bods, like muscular dad bods. You know what I mean? That apparently that's the look that people are looking for.
I know. And it's
nice because it's very achievable.
it is achievable. Now for you, I'm curious, in terms of like no personality involved whatsoever, strictly looks.
Okay.
Are you more attracted, or like, let's just flip it around. What are your thoughts in terms of like attractiveness of women? Like if she's just got super like huge ass, not like a fat ass,
like a Nicki Minaj,
like a beautifully sculpted. I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between
beautiful.
Like,
that's the hard thing.
There's in my head, I hope I don't get canceled for this shit. There's a difference between like an overweight large ass, and like an ass that was like either genetically gifted, like some people just have a fucking
or like
huge
you squat a lot,
or you worked for this ass.
You worked for this dump truck.
Yeah, like to me, you can kind of differentiate.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm just trying to flip around this thing we were talking about to you. So like, at what are you attracted to, and
so what do I find attractive?
And at what point is it like
too much?
Still impressive and nice, but you're not really drawn to it.
I guess like anything fake, probably. I guess maybe that's the closest thing I could think to comparing women and men's bodies is like if a dude's just shredded, maybe that's the same thing as a girl having like implants or like work done on their lips or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, I don't like that, but if you want to do that, go ahead.
Yeah,
it's not my preference. But so yeah, I guess I'm a little more on the maybe like in terms of guy bodies, I'm a little more towards like what I look like.
Yeah. Okay.
Like me in girl form. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Are you attracted to like? Do you have a preference of like, you know, don't like small asses, I like the big juicy ones, or I want some just fat tits, or like,
I mean, if you ask me like
are you accepting of all?
I'm accepting of I accept.
So Kyle's down for little boobs, big boobs, tiny butt, big butt.
Listen, if you got a dump truck, that's cool.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Down, I'm not saying I don't want that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's kind of where the category is. It's like,
no, I mean,
I'll take more. I just don't need too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Kyle
doesn't want too much on his plate.
Yeah.
He just needs just the right amount.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
I've said it before on the show, but I literally don't care about tits at all.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I care about them. Like, I like me some tits.
So how do you feel about mine?
Oh, no, your tits are great.
Okay, but like...
No, like 12 out of 10 on your tits, Kyle.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, I'm attracted to boobs, objectively. But for me, if you have, like, big boobs versus, like, small boobs, I feel absolutely no differently either way.
So you're not a boob guy?
I'm not.
I'm not either.
But, like...
But I like them.
I mean, I like an ass too, but it's kind of like I really feel like I'm attracted to a person if I like their personality. Like,
that's good.
Almost entirely though. So there's someone like if
Just
someone's not that attractive,
but
I like their
thing,
personality. Though? Okay.
The
teeth
gums
are huge.
John doesn't want to see your gums.
No, but like if you have good teeth and like a relatively pretty face, I don't give a fuck what your body looks like usually.
That's good.
And like, I don't know.
It's a good skill to have. No, yeah, it does. I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's probably good to find someone that doesn't care much about what you look like.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, when you feel like you're judged based off of your looks, you can be a lot more hard on yourself. And like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
So good for you, man.
Okay. Wow, that was a long tangent. Kyle, I am good at making the right decisions in my life, as well as keeping a healthy degree of order around me.
Yeah. Feel like I make pretty sound decisions.
Okay.
What about
I'd
you?
say a healthy degree of order. That's a tough.
Like how much order is it? Maybe I'm more neutral, but like I don't think I make outwardly bad decisions.
Yeah, no, I think if anything, for me, I have
Like you have order in your life.
I know I have order, but I think at times there's like too much order,
Over order.
over order.
I would agree with that.
It's like sometimes I order 2 dinners and then
Okay.
like it's like 11 p.m. and I still have half my dinner to finish. And I'm like, I'm not hungry anymore, but I got to finish this dinner because in a few hours I got to have breakfast.
What?
It's an analogy, You ordered too much.
Okay.
You ever ordered too much?
Yeah.
Then
no,
you're
I've ordered-
stressed out.
And then you have
You're like-
leftovers and you just eat them later.
See, but I can't eat them later. I'm like, oh my God, I have to finish all the food on my plate right here, right now.
I can be that way too. Not usually with food, but
Yeah,
like
no, I'm
with,
not really talking
with
about
other
food.
things. I'm talking about like work.
Yeah. So I'll go with slightly agree.
Okay.
I form intimate and caring relationships with others.
Yes, I would very much agree with that.
Yes. I have strong ideals as well as a good sense of who I am and what I want out of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
I
a lot of these
agree.
questions, though,
Like I hope you.
I feel like almost everyone would say yes to most of these. Or like,
there's probably times in my life where I wouldn't have though.
yeah.
I mean,
But in those times of your life when you wouldn't
Would I
have,
have
would you have admitted that? That's the thing, is I think a lot of people lie to themselves.
yeah, I think maybe there are times that I wouldn't have, but I think there were times that I would have been like, yeah, I got nothing going on.
I have strong ideals and a strong sense of who I am and what I want out of life. I agree. Okay. I can think critically without needlessly tearing down the good ideas of others. You can think critically without needlessly tearing down the good ideas
So
of
it's
others.
like you can be critical of something, but not absolutely being a dick about it.
Yeah, or like you can have when I read that, I kind of thought of an example of like being able to talk politics and being able to like talk to someone and not be like, yeah, well, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, so I'm bad at that. So
I don't know that. I don't know if that's what it meant. That's what I interpreted that.
yeah. Or maybe like
without
calling someone out about something, like, hey, calling out a friend, like, hey, you did this to me, or like that wasn't cool how you treated this person.
Yeah.
And like not being a dick about it, I guess. But
Okay, yeah, without tearing them down, needlessly tearing them down.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think? What did you put?
I think I said like agree
Okay.
or neutral.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I don't really know how I feel
I'm
about
gonna
that
say
one.
neutral. I've retained a childlike sense of wonder and curiosity about the world. I am eager to learn about new things.
This one's kind of a double-edged sword because it's like childlike. I heard that and I was like, yeah, that's me. But then I was like, do I want to learn a lot about the world? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some knowledge that's very fascinating to me and I want it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some that's like, I don't care. Like this is just unimportant to me.
Okay, so let's say we're at a party and we're hanging out and like you come up to me, you're like, "Oh man, hey, what's up, John? How's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, Kyle, I just met Jimmy." And Jimmy is a
Astronaut, entrepreneur,
I'm trying to think of but like you'd be intrigued if he was an astronaut. Like I know for a fact.
garbage truck accountant.
Something weird. He designs escalators.
Oh, okay. I've always wondered how do you get into that?
Would you be like, "Oh, for real? Like how do you design it?" Would you engage him and want to know more about him designing escalators?
I might like ask a few general questions, and if I'm interested by his answers, I'll ask more. If not, then I'll be like, "Oh, nice, man. Nice to
Walk
meet you,
away.
dude. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go back to over there."
Okay. So maybe neutral?
Yeah, I'm a little like neutral to like towards slightly agree, but I'd say more neutral.
Okay. I strongly feel that my life is meaningful and that I have generally impacted others in a positive way.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I hope so, at least.
I have good and balanced relationships with the women in my life.
I would agree.
Yes. Agreed. I have a sense of spirituality that makes me feel more connected to the cosmos as well as to others.
See, the whole spirituality thing is where it lost me in the cosmos part, where it's like, do I believe in astrology? Not really. But
Do you feel a sense that like you're connected to like a higher power or like a god or afterlife or that jazz, or do you just kind of not really think about
I mean, like a little bit. I guess I'm a little bit of a spiritual person, but I wouldn't say I'm connected to the cosmos or some shit like that. But I also
Okay.
feel like I can connect to certain people very, very well and certain people not very well. So I think I'm very neutral.
Okay. I would strongly agree. Like I lay in bed and I think about like the nature of existence and like God and my purpose and like why am I doing anything if I'm just gonna die?
I think about that too. Just probably not as hard about it as you do.
All right, last question. I'm willing to try out new things without being blind to possible risks and pitfalls associated with doing so.
Neutral, because there's some new things that's like I don't really have any interest in doing it, and there's some where it's like that's cool, you know.
I'm confused.
That's a hard question.
Willing to try new things, but it says without being blind to possible risks and pitfalls.
It's like I'm willing to try new things knowing that I could completely fail and like things could go wrong.
Yeah. For me, that's kind of like that's the thrill of doing a lot of things that I'd like to do is knowing like, that's kind of with PIMS. It's like, I could give up my job, spend literally thousands of dollars and like potentially blow a ton of money and like lose a job, but I could also build a really cool podcast. And it's like that thrill that like makes me want to do it even more.
That's kind of true.
The stakes are higher.
We kind of live every day going for it, you know? So
yeah,
maybe we do take risks. A couple of risk takers over here.
Wow. Who would have thunk? All right.
What's your answer? I already have mine. What'd you get?
I got a king.
Oh, I did too. We're both just a couple kings here.
Damn. So for those of you who are listening, basically how they broke it down, this one was a little different. Instead of like, omega, beta, alpha.
Whatever the fuck.
This one is king, warrior, magician, and lover. What are your percentages for each?
I got 85% king and magician.
Okay.
And 70% warrior and lover.
Oh, I got 95% lover.
Whoa.
Wait.
95% lover.
Wait, so then maybe I'm a lover. Oh, wait. You got to scroll. So you have some of each.
Yeah, but oh shit.
Okay, so it turns out, I think how it actually works is there's king, warrior, magician, lover, and then it gives you some percentages of each.
Right.
Now, my percentage is 95% lover, 90% king, 85% warrior, 80% magician.
Damn.
So I'm a lover and a king.
Wait, so you have more percentage than I do across the board, I think. Because I had 85, 85, 70, and 70.
Oh,
Does that just mean John's more of a person than I am?
I got 95, 90, 85, 80.
Hey, maybe I'm just off the charts into some different category that they haven't made yet.
Yeah. So, explanation of energies.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about what the king trait is?
Yeah, so king, it says, men who have access to king energy lead lives characterized by order, stability, justice, and meaning. They can make major life decisions independently and are benevolent and creative. Furthermore, men with healthy king energy can be yielding, encouraging, and stern as situations requires, with a constant ability to bless the younger people in their lives for the real achievements and qualities they have realized in themselves. That is the longest sentence ever. This is all one sentence.
Well, then there's a colon.
Yeah, it still goes.
The teacher commending one of his top students, the boss giving one of his most loyal employees a promotion, or the officer distinguishing one of the best soldiers in his regiment could all be said to channel the king energy.
So it's just like the leader kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like a very good leader?
Yeah. So do you feel a leader? Do you feel like you're a leader?
I can be a leader. Dude, things like this are so subjective because it's like, are you a leader? It's like,
sometimes.
I'm not always a leader. Like, I'll follow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, and then warrior, if you want to read that.
Warrior. Men with healthy and mature warrior energy protect themselves and their loved ones from threats. Gillette and Moore believe that the warrior energy had fallen out of favor in modern Western societies due to its association with destruction and domination. So you can be a warrior, but you're not necessarily always causing chaos and like tearing down buildings.
You can be like a lovable warrior. Like you're doing it for love and protection rather than just killing people because you're a warrior.
Do you think Shim's a warrior? I think he has a warrior mentality.
He does have a little bit of a warrior. Yeah, he's got a warrior mentality.
If I'm going into a battle to the death, but strength doesn't play a role, so like picture a battle, but like somehow someone changes the rules of physics where it's all based on like mental abilities and no physical, like your strength doesn't matter, but it's still a battle.
How would that happen? Or
I'm saying if you literally change the world, the universe.
No, I get that, but like, so what would like your attack be? Like, how are you defeating someone mentally?
No, it's just like you'd still be using your arms, but that every single person's like baseline strength is exactly identical. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
if it's basically a bunch of clones, but then it's like they all have different mental combinations, I would draft Shim pretty early on.
You think he's mentally strong?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And like he'd beat the shit out of these guys that were fighting.
Yeah, but he's got these wimpy arms now.
They're not, no, but that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Okay.
Is his arms don't even matter because of his mentality.
So you think he's a warrior?
I don't know. I
can see that.
Maybe.
So what percentage did you get for warrior and for king?
85 warrior, 90 king.
Damn. Okay.
Magician, you're like
I got 85% magician.
All
I don't
right.
know what this is going to mean. According to Gillette and Moore, the magician is the archetype of thoughtfulness, reflection, awareness, and insight. It is the archetype found in ancient shamans and wizards, as well as modern psychologists and scientists. So I'm a wizard scientist.
You're a wizard psychologist scientist.
Let's go. /shaman. Whenever the mature man uses his advanced knowledge, skills, and/or technology in the service of others, he can be said to embody the energy of the magician. However, a man does not necessarily need to be a scientist or engineer to access magician energy.
Oh,
so that means I'm not a scientist? Kind of lame.
No, you could be a scientist. You just don't necessarily need to be a scientist.
Okay, but I am.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that says, anyone who has skills or knowledge that may impress or aid others could be said to be in touch of a magician.
The magician. So the magician is like it's like a god. It's like you have a closer connection to the magician than I do.
Wow. That's the cosmos.
Yeah.
The magician's the cosmos.
All right, lover. I'm a pro lover here. I'm 95% lover.
I got a C- in lover, 70%.
The lover archetype covers not just those who are open to erotic desire and romantic relationships, but also general appreciation of life. Kyle,
I don't
come on, dude.
Life. Apparently, I don't appreciate life.
According to Gillette and Moore, all true artists are in touch with the lover. Men with access to lover energy can enjoy the many pleasures of life, from great food and warm friendships to the magnificence of nature, in ways that others cannot. Lover energy should not be seen as superficial or selfish hedonism, as our present culture does, but as participation in the mystical unity that underpins all life. In other words, the man accessing the lover is in touch with his surroundings in a way that lends meaning to the life of both himself and others.
So you're just super in touch with like everything.
I'm just super hippie. Apparently.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
how do you feel?
Which one do you feel like you actually identify with the most?
Lover.
You think so?
I do, yeah. What do you think you actually are?
I have no idea. I guess magician.
Why is it called magician?
I don't know.
So weird.
I don't know, but I don't really see myself as like a super. I guess I'm reflective. I don't know. Awareness. I mean, sure.
Yeah. They didn't have anything about the sports in there.
Yeah. What?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's how I identify myself.
Yeah.
Football player.
There's like warrior, lover, magician,
NFL fan.
NFL football player.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
In another life.
Kyle, now, damn, there's something I wanted to bring up, but I think it's way better if we do it at the start of an episode, so I'll save it for next time.
Okay.
And we're at an hour 10, so.
All right, let's get it.
Okay, guys, today we're going to hop into the segments. If you're new around here or not familiar, we have fan questions and recommendations today. If you ever want your question read on the show, follow us on PIMS Pod. What? Follow us on Instagram at PIMS Podcast and send us your questions. We respond to everybody. We love hearing from you guys. Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's do our recommendations first.
Okay.
What do you want the people to try this week?
Bowls. Like bowl, like the plate bowl.
Well, it's not. It's like the opposite of it. It's the antichrist of a plate.
The anti-plate, a bowl. Because I saw a tweet that someone said like, "Hey, everything I eat off of a plate, I'd much rather do out of a bowl." And I very much agree with that, unless it's food that isn't really meant to go together. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like combine my spaghetti with my salad.
Yeah.
But like, would I rather eat salad off a plate or a bowl? Bowl. Would I rather eat spaghetti out of a bowl or a plate? Bowl.
Okay. What do you think causes this distaste towards plates?
I think it's easier to get stuff on your fork when it's in a bowl because it's more like condensed.
It's like falling into itself.
Spaghetti can get so near the end. It's like you get little strands everywhere around your whole plate. And it just like the sauce can just kind of be overwhelmingly spreading around your plate.
Yeah.
But if it's in the bowl, it's very concentrated on your spaghetti. Now there are things like steak. You're not eating steak out of a bowl. Like,
yes.
You're not cutting it. You could eat it out of a bowl, but you don't cut it in the bowl. That would be really hard.
You just put the whole slab of meat in the bowl and just or you don't even cut it. You just pick it up with a fork and take a hunk out of it.
Why do we even find the need to cut when you're all gonna eat it?
I know. There's a lot of times where I would, like on dates, I'll cut my food, but I'm like, I'm only eating like this because it's a date. If I was at home, I'd just be like tearing this shit
fork
up
in this chicken and just
yeah, it's quicker.
True. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of bowls. I've been doing it for years.
Okay, I'm gonna rattle off some foods, and you're gonna just say plate or bowl.
All right, I'll close my eyes too.
Chicken nuggies.
Ooh, bowl.
Really?
No, actually, I'll go plate for that. I would go plate.
Pizza.
That's cheap. Plate.
So it's hard because some of these are just obvious.
Yeah, like sandwich, you're not eating out of a bowl. I'm just saying, like, when the opportunity arises, try a bowl instead of a plate.
I don't need, now I'm blanking on foods that could be borderline plate or bowls.
So
what are some borderline?
On Thanksgiving, I would rather eat out of a bowl because I can have a bunch of mashed potatoes in my bowl, then put my turkey and my stuffing in there. And then it's a whole mashup of good things and my gravy.
So essentially the purpose of a bowl is like you can basically scramble your food together easier than you could on a plate.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I get that.
It also it keeps it a little more concentrated, and it keeps your food warmer too for longer.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You don't want cold spaghetti. Why did I say that weird?
You have a stroke? You don't have cold spaghetti. Okay.
Just lagged.
Yeah, I can't really think of any other foods, so.
Spaghetti. What's your recommendation?
Okay.
Can't be better than a bowl.
It is food related.
Okay.
Well, I actually have two this week.
Oh, that's kind of cheating.
Yeah. Well,
just save one. Okay, just give me two.
Okay. First one, if you guys are ever feeling self-conscious or like not good about yourself,
all the time,
shave your chest. Dude, the other day, like
nuts. I agree.
I mean, I wasn't necessarily even feeling bad about myself, but
it's okay to admit that you were.
No, but I shaved my chest, and afterwards I look in the mirror and I texted Shim and Kyle. I'm like, bro, I look so much more buff when I don't, like, I have a lot of body hair. Yeah. And when I shave it, I can see my muscles so much better.
Yeah.
And I just look so much better when it's like, damn, like I'm no longer covered by this layer of fuzz. Like you see the pectoral muscle here.
Yeah.
It's not just like a flat thing of like
hidden behind this
cavemen.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with that. I don't have as much chest hair as you, but I mean, I have enough to where when I leave it for a little while, I'm start feeling like maybe I'm not as big anymore.
Yeah.
Then I shave and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And like when I shave, and then like obviously I got hair like everywhere. So there's like hair on like my abdomen. And when I shave that, I see the little indents of my abs a little bit more.
Oh, you're actually there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, if you guys ever feel bad about yourself, maybe shave.
Shave
you might still feel bad about yourself, but maybe a little less. Also,
just get it waxed so it doesn't come back, John.
Does it not come back? That's why I don't understand. I think it does.
I think it does, but like thinner.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. My other one, a food related one.
Okay.
So I find this is like when I had this realization, it was recently, and I actually was like really happy because I feel like I finally, like I've unlocked a big hidden secret about myself that I never knew.
Okay.
Tell me
more.
when I'm hungry, I always crave bad food. Like I never crave like a healthy chicken with some salad or
give me some celery right now.
Yeah, like I just biologically, I don't know if it's just bad habits of years and years of eating pizza.
Everyone agrees.
But I don't know though, because there's some people that truly like don't crave bullshit. Like if you don't
mentally strong people.
Yeah, yeah, probably. But so when I get really hungry or if I'm like really tired, I crave worse food. And if I give in to eating worse food, then like I want to eat more worse food, more bad food.
And it's an endless cycle.
Yeah, but what I've realized, and now that I'm aware of it, I'm happy. But like if I'm hungry, I crave bad food. But what I learned is if I'm really hungry and I'm craving bad food, if I basically force feed myself like something very protein dense that's healthy. So like if I'm craving pizza, if I just take boring shit like plain ground turkey or like leftover a piece of chicken from last night, and I just eat the whole thing, then like I'm still a little hungry because one piece of chicken isn't going to do it for me. But the craving for the bad shit immediately goes away as soon as I'm no longer like starving.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And it's like, I'm like, holy shit. So anytime I've been craving bad food recently, I mean, I've still eaten some bad food. Yesterday, I didn't eat very well.
No.
But
it was Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, my point is, if I'm craving bullshit, I'll like eat, even if I don't want it, I'll just eat like 3 bites of chicken and like drink a glass of water.
Yeah, drink a glass of water is nice.
And then I'm like, okay, I don't really want this handful of M&Ms right now. Like, I want real food now.
Yeah. I mean,
it helps.
I've been doing that with carrots. I just start when I'm like really hungry and I'm like, damn, I could have that leftover pizza, or I could just eat some like crackers or, whatever, Cheez-Its. Why not just open the bag of carrots and start eating carrots? And then by the time I'm eating little carrots for a little bit and it's like, it's satisfying. And then I'm like, I'm kind of done with carrots. I don't really want food anymore. Then I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I'm not hungry.
Obviously the satisfaction of eating a carrot is not going to feel as good in the moment as Cheez-Its, but after the carrot ends, you don't even want Cheez-Its.
Exactly.
So it's like win-win.
It's like, do I want a salad now? I don't know. Now that I started with one vegetable, maybe I'll move to the next.
Yeah.
Baby steps, though.
Okay. There you have it, guys. Try them out. Let us know what you think. Kyle.
Yeah.
We had some really good questions today. If you guys want to ask us questions, like I said, DM us on Instagram. One that I saw that I really liked right off the bat is, if you could uninvent something from ever existing, what would you uninvent?
That is a great question. I wish I was prepared with a good answer, because there's probably some really good answers out there.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I just hate about the world? Honestly, one thing I'll say is probably social media. If that just never existed, I think a lot of people would be a lot happier. Granted, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, probably.
I don't know though, because like I would love if YouTube and like places that you make in Netflix and all that are still real, but if social media weren't, but like
Instagram,
they seem
Facebook, Twitter, if that could just kind of
like I would still love to do the podcast if there was the only reason we need to do social media is because it's like it's the most efficient way to grow something like this. But there are people that have huge YouTube channels that I've seen, and they don't even have a Twitter.
Really?
And like that is the dream.
That is the dream.
Where you can rely on your videos getting a bunch of views and making money and living off of it, and you don't even have to tell anyone about it. You just make your stuff and then live about your life.
True. Yeah, that's good.
Social media, I would agree. I just never feel better. I always feel worse.
Yeah.
And it always wastes my time.
And it's all setting yourself up to compare yourself to other people.
Yeah. And even on like less comparing, like Twitter isn't as much about comparing. It's
kind of just all negativity.
It's like it's negativity, but it's like masked as positive entertainment or as funny stuff. And like I get why people like Twitter. And don't get me wrong, I've been addicted to Twitter many times, but I don't know. It's just recently I've stopped using it, and I just realized every time I go on it, I just feel worse. So I'm like, I'm just not going to go on.
I also just hate like on Instagram or on Twitter or whatever, if there's ever a post about like there's certain posts where you just know the comments are going to be so toxic.
Yeah.
Like the woman referee for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All the comments are just absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, one, you would never say this to her face. And two, if you do, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. Like, that's an amazing thing. Objectively, that's awesome. The first woman ever reffing a Super Bowl. That's sick.
Like, really, the first thing you're going to say is, like, she should be in the kitchen, or she shouldn't be here, she doesn't deserve this, or, oh, we're just giving this to everyone now.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you have to say about it.
And then even if obviously I don't agree with that, but just the fact that I have open up Twitter, and even if I don't want to see something, if I just see someone reply and say that, it's just like
you're just a sad
annoyed.
person.
It's just dumb, and I'm like, well, that was fucking stupid.
Yeah. So.
Trying to think of like something like a tangible thing.
I know. Like paper clips or like, but paper clips are.
But
sweet.
most things that are invented were made to like help our life, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like people usually don't invent things that they don't need.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I think We Fit was pretty dumb. That could have just not ever existed. It was telling like every kid ever that they were overweight. Like it told me I was overweight, and I was like severely underweight.
I remember that.
Like that shit was just it. It was like what? Why did that exist?
I think without mirrors, life could be kind of cool.
That's true.
Like there's just no mirrors.
If we just didn't care about what we looked like.
Well, you can't uninvent that. People are gonna care.
But like if we didn't. But at what point did that start though?
I don't know.
You know, because like cavemen, they didn't care.
Maybe they did. Maybe the one woman went with some other caveman because this one caveman was gross as shit.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I wonder like when attractiveness started.
Or like self-consciousness is really.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
The root of it, right?
Yeah. I wish the thing that never exists, I wish that voice in your head that's telling you that you can't do something or that you're going to fail, or like that thing that kind of ends up talking yourself into being sad. Maybe that's just me.
That's the thing that like motivates me to do stuff.
Yeah, no, it can be good, but there also are times where it can just be super like negative.
Annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool if alcohol didn't exist because a lot of people wouldn't have died.
True.
But
a lot of drugs probably shouldn't have ever. Meth has no reason. Cocaine.
I don't know. I listened to this podcast with a guy who's big into meth. And it was actually fascinating.
Yeah, I still want to listen to that one because I know who that guy is. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say do meth, but there's it's a recent episode of Joe Rogan within the last month or so, and it's this guy who's like literally like 55, like been a like he's not like he might have his doctorate. He's not like a doctor, yeah. But he's like a legit scientist that studies like drugs. And he was talking about, you know, like every day I wake up, I like to do meth, heroin. He's like, he basically argues that like all these drugs should be legal and that like they don't actually get you addicted. But what gets you addicted is like if you have other underlying issues in your life that you won't address, and then people then use the drugs to cope with them.
Yeah.
And his point was like, I mean, listen, it's a very weird conversation because I've never heard anyone ever be like heroin's dope.
Yeah.
But then I heard it and I was like, I get what he's saying. I don't know. It's just really.
I think for very, very few people, it can be beneficial. But I think generally I'd say I wish it didn't exist because of how many people it does fuck up their lives.
Yeah.
So I'd say that. Also, I'm going to say I wish racism never existed. And like think about how much different everything would be if there was gender roles, like racism, like looking at people different based off of where they come from and how they look.
Yeah.
Like if we just didn't do that, how much better everything would be.
Yeah. I know it's like, it's a horrible thing, but at the same time, like, I don't know how civilization could have developed without, cause like, I don't know how it started, but if I had to guess, it seems like it probably started when tribes are like early people. Mm-hmm. They're fighting to survive.
Right.
And if there's some tribe that looks different than you and they're coming in, like they're threatening to you.
Exactly.
When like they don't objectively, everyone just trying to survive back then.
They didn't realize like scientifically we're all just people.
Yeah. Like they didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean that it's right. It's just like, I can't imagine a world where that never happens. You know,
you can't explain racism to like a medieval Mongol.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They'll chop your head off and then like eat it.
They chopped like their own babies' heads off and ate them. I think, I don't know.
Sounds
There's
right.
someone who's killed their own baby and ate them.
For sure. Okay, what's the next question? Let's see.
Someone says, you have both made me very terrified. Not a question, just a statement.
Sorry.
I agree, dude. I scare the shit out of us too. Luke asks, if you could be a good pro athlete in any sport, what would it be and why? Like which sport?
Like good, not great.
You're good, not great.
Just good. Probably baseball because I can probably have a longer career and probably make more money.
Okay. Wow, so it's all about the money, huh, Kyle?
Yeah. Also, baseball is way more fun.
Yeah, I mean, baseball is your favorite sport.
It's the best sport.
Yeah.
There's no argument to be made.
I mean, I'd pick like spike ball or Luke said tennis.
Like you'd rather be really good at spike ball than like basketball?
Kinda.
Really?
It's just way more like unique. Like I feel like you'd have more
No,
unique life story than like there's a bunch of NBA players. There's not many pro spike ball players.
Yeah, but
Now monetarily, it's not going to pan out the best.
I'm saying I'd rather make a little more money than like just be good at spike ball. Like good, not great, you know?
I have to stress again, guys. I've had more fun playing spike ball than I think any sport. Like after high school, the most joy I've got of a sport is spike ball.
Yeah, agreed.
Any sport.
Like I'd rather play 2-on-2 spike ball than 2-on-2 basketball.
Yeah.
At this stage.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. Now, well, in terms of, I wish, like, honestly, if there was the Spike Ball World Championship on one channel and there was game 1 of the NBA Finals, I might watch Spike Ball.
Okay.
Just because it's game 1 and there's more games to be played and, like, Spike Ball is so rare and, like, it's just more intriguing to me because I don't know. I already know how basketball works, and I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me the same way.
Have you watched pro spike ball before?
I've not watched pro, but I've seen like clips of like
Yeah.
good spike ball players.
They're really good, but I mean, watching LeBron is just way cooler than watching like some dudes that are pretty good at spike ball.
I think it's because I've seen good basketball for so long.
You can appreciate it more because
No, I can appreciate it less.
No, I think you can appreciate it more because you know more about it and you know like more intricate details about the game than you do about spike ball.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather watch spike ball because to me, watching LeBron, it's cool, but like to me, it's like okay, like LeBron's really good at basketball. I get it.
Yeah, but
it's like I'd rather watch people that spike ball. Like they're insane, and I have no idea how they do that.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, true. I'm just saying, like, I appreciate baseball more because I know more intricate details about the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I probably appreciate basketball more than the average person who's never played basketball.
Yeah.
But I'd still rather watch pro spike ball, probably.
You really would watch pro spike ball over the NBA Finals?
Yeah. Not game 7, game 1, or any other game that's not the last game. Okay. Dude, I literally, that's what I've said it before. Like, I just don't care for sports anymore. I wish I did. I just don't. Like
You're getting old.
I watch them and I'm like, that was 4 hours, and either way, still same shit. I didn't do anything. I was just sitting there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going down this road. I disagree.
No, I know. I get it. I wish I liked them, but I don't.
Hey, it's like me with seafood. I wish I liked seafood, but I don't.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for listening. We love you all so much. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at KyleStafford36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. There's also a Patreon for a bunch of extra content, 10 new videos every single month, patreon.com/PIMS Podcast. So be sure to check that out.
Merch at PIMS.store.
Yes. With that being said, new episodes every single Monday and Thursday, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.